Just a Plain Book, written by Adam Dunsford and illustrated by Vanessa Fernandez. In the Library of Booklyn, appearances are everything. The books update their social stories hourly and make sure their front covers are looking flash and attractive. Books are constantly taking selfies and posting them on Instabook and Bookface. They will literally take a selfie for anything. Which shelf they are on, how they look on the shelf, front view and spine view, if they're rubbing covers with the other bestsellers, when they've been borrowed, and they're out on the town. Borrowed books are popular books, and they love boasting about the number of times they've been borrowed. They are obsessed. You see, the books that look the best are always placed on the highest shelves, or, if they're lucky, the promotional stand for everyone to see. Barry Hotter, Where the Wild Kids Are, and The Buffalo are some of the superstars in the Library of Booklyn. They have spent a long time on the bestsellers list and the promotional stand. Every book wants to be like them, and of course, all books want to be the chosen ones. This is why taking their look seriously has been vital. Every day, people come to the library to choose a book to read, and it seems only the flashiest, brightest, most colourful covers get chosen. Occasionally, having a vintage look can influence the decision of a borrower. Unfortunately, this is no good for a book with just a faded brown cover. People walk right by him. He knows he's not much to look at, but the plain book isn't trying to impress all the time. He's happy just the way he is. But sometimes it can be very lonely for the plain book. The thing is that many of these flashy books are actually quite boring, and sometimes people bring them back without even finishing them. Because they're popular, no one wants to admit that they didn't really enjoy them. The problem is that the flashy books lack much on the inside. Their stories are predictable, their covers are exciting, but on the inside, they are just, well, plain. Life in Booklyn has been this way for many, many years, until a miraculous thing happened. A curious young boy entered the Library of Booklyn. He was a special boy. He noticed the unusual and delighted in all things different. This particular boy wandered past the 92-story tea house and the Bad Girls series, where he came upon two kids arguing over the top bestseller, Where the Wild Kids Are. They had knocked over a shelf of books. As the boy helped clean up, he noticed a tattered old brown cover with no pictures, or bold print. He was intrigued. "You want this one?" the librarian asked quizzically. He nodded. It seemed different from the others. It made the boy wonder, and he loved to wonder. Eager to read the plain book, he took a seat in a dark corner of the library. The boy opened up to the first page, and to his delight, a burst of light and golden stars shone out of the book. Each page had pictures filled with fabulous colours, patterns, and strange creatures. The words filled the boy's head with new ideas, and the best part, the book was hilarious. The boy laughed until his sides hurt, and everyone in the library turned to see what was making all the noise. All they could see was a boring plain book. What could the boy possibly be seeing inside? Pretty soon, someone asked the boy if they could take a look, and they too were blown away by what they saw and read. Then more and more people wanted to look inside the plain book and were all dazzled by the lights, colours, stories, and laughter. So many people wanted to read the plain book that there was now a waiting list of 1,000 people, and he didn't even have a Bookface account. The other books couldn't believe it. They had been spending so much time on their covers that they hadn't given a thought to what was on the inside. For many of the books, it was a huge relief. It was tough keeping up appearances and constantly taking selfies. They were glad that they could just focus on who they really were on the inside. For the plain book, his life has now changed. The borrowers and the other books realised that he wasn't so plain after all. Now the people that come to Booklyn Library never judge a book by its cover. They take the time to look inside and see what they are really about. Find more of our great stories and ready-made PowerPoints and lesson activities at behealthystories.com.au. If you enjoyed our story, please like and please subscribe as it really helps us to grow.